Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215. Right now, we are in the state of Louisiana. We're in the city of New Orleans. We're going to be doing a driving tour of a prominent neighborhood called the Garden District. Right now, we are currently at the intersection of Charles and Felicity. We have several individuals on my right-hand side waiting for the light. It's 61 degrees today. On my right hand side, we have a Walgreens pharmacy. We also have a couple on my left hand side taking a stroll in the center aisle. You can see on my left hand side there's trolley tracks, but they're actually walking. We have a cafe on my right hand side, as well as a public storage and a Smoothie King. People were dining outside. Passing Noel Restaurant and Bar. We're currently passing St. Andrew. We got the Coach House on my right hand side. We passed the hotel. Past Mr. John's Steakhouse on my right hand side and Avenue Plaza. We're approaching Jackson Ave. We're passing Jackson Ave. Notice how the trolley tracks on my left hand side are lined with grass. I found that interesting. We're passing Phillip because most trolley tracks don't have grass around them. It's just cobblestone, but these have grass around them. We just passed Phillip. We're now passing First Street. You can see the houses on my right hand side. They're a lot larger. We have the second floor deck. We're passing Second Street. It looks like we have a combination of apartments, lofts, and houses on this main avenue, St. Charles Ave. Let's make this left-hand turn on 3rd Street. We're gonna turn left on 3rd. So right now we're actually on the trolley tracks. I'm gonna wait for a vehicle to pass. On my right-hand side, it looks like we have a large apartment. Currently in the Garden District. Got a beautiful home on my right hand side. Huge shutters. Huge columns that hold up the awning. On my left hand side they have shutters also. Now the ones on my left are not functional. The ones we passed on my right with the huge columns, those appear to be functional. They had the latches and the hinges. The street's very, very bumpy. Considering that this is a more prominent area, I'm expecting to see better paving on the streets, because if you were watching the last few tours when we went to other neighborhoods, aka the hoods, man, those streets were beyond rough. They were beyond rough and they were doing a number on the vehicle. Let's just say that. All right, so we're gonna cross over. We're at Prytania and 3rd, and look at, as you can see or as you can hear, let me silence myself. It appears to be a very rough street still. We have a gentleman on my right who's taking out his trash. He looks spiffy with a button up and some gray jeans and some boots. I haven't seen gray jeans in a long time. Wow, this house on my left-hand side is awesome. So awesome that I must reverse and show you guys what the property looks like. It looks very presidential in a sense. It's painted well. It has the lamppost outside with fire. It looks like fire, unless it's the digital version, but it might be real fire. It might be propane. It looks awesome. But you know what doesn't look awesome? The streets. They do not look awesome. Let's make this right-hand turn. Oh, it's closed. They're doing street work, so that already detoured our travels. The sidewalk on my left-hand side is regular cement lined with grass. The sidewalk on my right-hand side is paved with brick, red brick. And the detail of these houses, like if you look at like the gates, the design on the gate, they're so intricate. Just the gates alone got to be worth something. They're so intricate. The porch gates, the awning, the metal fence work that lines some of these houses, and it was even like that in some of the hoods. Like in some of the hoods, they had some beautiful details on the property. We're at 3rd and Chestnut. I think I am going to go left just to get away from the sun for a little bit. I feel like the sun is impeding our vision. You guys can see a little bit better now. On my left-hand side, we got some tropical looking plants. Looks like a palm tree. We have another beautiful house on my left with the large posts that hold up the awning. And you can see the gate. It has like the historically old gate from back in the day surrounding the property. It's a little rusted and needs some paint, some TLC. Look across the street on my right-hand side. Those blue shutters are functional. If you look at the shutters, they have the hinges, and those shutters are very tall. They are as tall as the window, so it looks beautiful. I'm not a big fan of blue, but it looks nice. Look, and they're wrapped around the whole house. So they have over a dozen plus sets of shutters wrapped around the house. Awesome. It looks like they're doing work to that property. I see men inside painting, and so they're probably rehabilitating it, bringing it back to life. Look on my left. You got the green shutters, and they're swung open. They're swung open, you see? They're swung open, meaning you can open and close them. That's gorgeous. And in this type of city, a city where they get hit with hurricanes often, working shutters comes in handy. Look on my left-hand side. Look at that pink house. It looks like a dollhouse. Wow, that looks like a dollhouse, guys. We have somebody walking their dog right by the dollhouse. Just the fence alone that's surrounding the property, the fence on the porch, the details to that property is spectacular. It's big too. It's a large property. They have pink curtains. That's a little bit too much pink, but hey, to each his own, right? Again, the streets are still horrible. Look on my left. The pink is cracking off. You got a gentleman on my right dumping trash, but you see the bricks behind the pink, behind the stucco work, behind the cement work. Oh my gosh, these streets are officially horrible. So if this is the #1 high earning neighborhood, aka the prestigious, beautiful neighborhoods, I'm assuming that streets all around Louisiana are like this, because this is not good. Not good at all. And I still hear crows. I've been hearing crows in every video in Louisiana. Crow is a crow like the state bird here? I won't be surprised. That's all I hear is crows. We're at Phillip and Chestnut. Look at that house on my right. Oh my gosh. Look at the oculus on the 2nd floor porch. The oculi, that circular oval window that looks out. Again, they have the little lamps out front with fire. That appears to be actual fire. The reason why I say it appears to be actual fire is because they got ones nowadays that are digital. So you can like have it look like you have fire out front of your house, but it's not really fire. But they appear to be fire. That's awesome. I guess you gotta have like a propane setup maybe to like make it run straight through those lamps. Oh my gosh, these streets. Look at the circular windows on my right. You see them circular windows? That's cool. On my left, they have rocking chairs on the porch. They had a 3-car garage on my left and a 2-car garage on my right. Look at this gorgeous classic Mercedes. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm not a big fan of Mercedes. I'm not a Mercedes-Benz connoisseur, but I could definitely appreciate a classic car, and that looks neat. And it's next to a modern Mercedes, next to a beautiful house. So they probably own both Mercedes. They have a classic and they have a modern one. Look across the street on my left-hand side. Look at those beams. Those beams are, oh wow, look on the far right. They have some stilts holding up the property, probably because one of the beams went bad. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know if you can see it. We got some hard hat workers right in front of us too. We're at Chestnut and Jackson. The Garden District Security just drove by. That white pickup truck said Garden District Security. So they have their own security truck. Wow, go figure. All right, right now we're at the borderline. Jackson is the borderline of this neighborhood. So I'm gonna make this right-hand turn after these vehicles pass. They don't have any stop signs, so we gotta be cautious when making a right. All right, right now we're on Jackson. We're gonna make a right at the corner. I haven't really got a chance to get into a rhythm of zigzagging through the neighborhood, making lefts and rights, so we can stay uniform. It appears to be a grid. We got cameras on my left. Let's make this right on camp. Speaking of cameras, blocks like this have not only red light cameras, but speeding cameras, guys. Yeah, we learned that yesterday. Luckily, not the hard way, but we learned that yesterday. Yup, that they got speeding cameras. So if you go over the designated speed limit, they'll send you a ticket. Yeah, they'll send you a ticket. That's very interesting. We got brick sidewalks on both sides. Left and right side is brick. The brick look horrible, mind you. It's beautiful, but it's like dented. It's like there's craters. It's sunken in. It's not in the best of shape. We're at Phillip and Camp. I'm gonna continue to travel forward. I'm gonna go very slow because, man, you don't know the trials and tribulations you face driving streets like this. I'm shocked that this is one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in New Orleans. Look, we got a Porsche in the property on my left. Look at that, a Porsche. So that's how you can tell that this neighborhood, you know, look, we got a Jag on my left. You see this white one on my left with a Range Rover in behind the Jag, white on white. So this is how you can tell that they have an indoor, underground pool, not indoor, I'm sorry. They have an in-ground pool right there. If you look under the fence, they have an in-ground pool. So this is obviously a nicer neighborhood, but the streets, look, we got a Beamer on my left, a BMW, we got a Lexus on my left. You know, like, you know, the cars are a little bit more upscale. They have the luxury cars. But boy, are their streets crappy. They have some horrible streets, I'm sorry. We're at First and Camp. I was hoping that it was gonna be beautiful, but then again, I would have probably said, well, why is this neighborhood, you know, the only one with beautiful streets and the other neighborhoods don't have beautiful streets? I guess this equals it all out, the equilibrium. Everybody gets messed up streets. You get a messed up street. You get a messed up street. We all get messed up streets. Like, we got a Porsche on this left-hand side. Wow, this yard on my right has several vehicles parked in it. We have two cyclists that just pedaled by. She gave me a smile, so I gave her a hello and a wave. All right, so we are currently at the intersection of 2nd Street and Camp Street. We got a Porsche on my right-hand side. I see a lot of SUVs. I guess that makes sense in this type of environment. Rough roads, you would need to drive on a tougher suspension. Garage on my right, garage on my left. A lot of pinks, a lot of pastels, a lot of yellows, a lot of whites. We got tall palm trees on my left. You see them? Now, I wonder if palm trees are indigenous to New Orleans, or did they have to be shipped in? We're at Camp and 3rd. The reason why I say that is because on the way over here, there was no palm trees. We have 3 pedestrians on my right taking a walk with their dog, beautiful dog. On the way over here from Mississippi, there was no palm trees. It was like a wasteland, like a desolate wasteland of just horrible looking stumps and trees with barely any leaves. It looked like almost otherworldly. I'll be completely honest with you. It looked otherworldly. We're at Camp and 4th. We have a vehicle behind me. I'm gonna allow them to go because obviously they're in an SUV. They probably want to go a little faster. Look at the sidewalk on my left. Look at the connection of it. You see how it's all dirt? It's horrible. On my right, their sidewalk looks nice. It's brick, but it looks like it's paved a little better. Then it changes over to gravel paving. Then they got little blocks. They put little 12 by 12 inch tile, like 1 foot square tiles. So it looks like a nice little area. We're at Washington and Camp. All right, there's a no entrance in front of us. Do not enter. So I can make a right or I can go left. We can't go straight. I think I'm gonna make a right. Let's make a right because we have some owls over here just doing, not owls, crows. We have some crows over here doing what crows do. Wonder if I have something that I can give them. Do I have some dog food? I think I got some dog food here. Crows will eat dog food, right? Let me throw them a couple pebbles of dog food. Here. Yo, come on, guys! I just threw out some food, man. Anyway, they'll come back down and see it. Y'all better go eat that dog food. But yeah, so it looks like it's a mixture of like 1-story houses on my left, 2-story houses on my right. Ouch. We're at Chestnut and Washington Ave. All right, we're approaching Coliseum, Washington and Coliseum. At the intersection of Washington and Coliseum, we see something called Commander's Palace Restaurant on my right-hand side. It's a beautiful building, blue and white. You see the awning? You see how they got like the vinyl tarp providing shade? And they're hiring, so if anybody's looking for employment in the New Orleans area, check them out. We're passing Le Petit Bleu on my right-hand side, which was another eatery. But these streets aren't showing any mercy. They're not showing any type of mercy. They're rough beyond belief. On my left-hand side, we have a powder pink building with a tall front crown. And look at the balcony on the second floor. It was rounded with 2 tall double doors. We're approaching the borderline of the neighborhood. I'm gonna go around this, but I'm gonna allow this Nissan Pathfinder. What is this? A Pathfinder behind me, or is it an Armada? Go ahead. You're more than welcome to go. Because it's been behind me for about 3 or 4 blocks. No, it's a pickup truck, and I'm not in no rush. It's a Frontier. All right, the front looks like an Armada, but I'm not in no rush. And people with big vehicles tend to want to like press you to move faster, and I can't do that. I'm sorry. We still got another 30-something states to go. I can't do that. No, we need the little engine that could to keep going, by all means. All right, we're at St. Charles Ave in Washington. We're at the border. So St. Charles Ave is the border of the neighborhood. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. I think we'll go up to like maybe, what, 2nd, 3rd? We'll go up and then we'll see what we can do. See which block we can turn, because I know some of the blocks, they got a lot of work going on, street work and whatnot. No parking, Monday, 11/22. There's no parking signs. You see they got cones on the side of the street. So this is the borderline. We're passing 4th, Charles and 4th. All right, so I see trailers out here. On my right-hand side, there is what looks to be NBC Universal Media LLC. So they're shooting a film on this block. We're at 3rd and St. Charles. Let's make a right. I think we came through here, but let's make a right and make a right again. Yeah, there's film crew all out here. That's actually probably managing the parking and everything. Those are NBC Studios vehicles. So that means they're shooting some type of movie. I don't know if it's a movie, if it's a TV show, But that goes to show you, they picked the most prominent district to shoot a movie at here in New Orleans. Now, I don't know if they shot movies in the hood. They probably did shoot movies in the hood that I don't know about. If you know of any movies they shot in the hoods of New Orleans, let us know. We're at 3rd and Prytania. I'm going to make this right-hand turn. I'm going to allow this gentleman to cross the street. He's having a phone discussion. All right, let's make this right-hand turn on Prytania. I guess you can say Prytania or Prytania. All right, we're going to make this right-hand turn once again on 4th, just to see what they got going on over here. Look at the house on my left-hand side. Oh my gosh, I don't think this camera does justice, does it? Over here, they got cones all throughout the block, and they got this vehicle on my left, this Toyota Sequoia with flashing lights. I guess it's like neighborhood security. Look at, no parking. Ouch, rough street, rough street. I'm gonna slow it down. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna slow. I'm gonna go slow. No parking, yep. Your vehicle will be towed. Production, yeah, and then they got the number to the production. So if you guys see a movie that comes out soon, yeah, they got the large umbilical cords on my right-hand side running to, this is a large generator, gender neutral event production. They got an umbilical cord out there, getting power off of it. It's a large generator, basically like a huge electric box, so they can use it for their production. Cool beans that we went on the block, is check it out. We got a classic trolley in front of us. You see that? One of the historic trolleys. It was green and burgundy with some silver and white lining. And it had Christmas garland. All right, we're back on the main avenue, and again on my right hand side. So they're using this property right here. This property on my right hand side, you see? They actually have like equipment out front. All right, let's take this another block up. Look at that dude. That dude looks like he's artsy. Like he's part of the film crew. Let's go up one more block because this is a one way and it will turn down so we can continue traveling the neighborhood. Passing 2nd. So let's go down, what's this, 1st Street, right? Let's go down 1st. Let's see what 1st has in store for us. We got that trolley on my left. Look like we got people about to get right on the trolley. Let's make a right on 1st Street. And again, 1st Street is not the first to have horrible bumps. Look at the spot where you park at is smooth, but then boom, when you get right back to the street, like what caused it to be like this? I know they had a flood. I know they had several floods. This city, to my knowledge, has survived several hurricanes. So, but I don't know, like, did these streets all get hit with water? Was it the entire city that got hit with water? Or was it just like the neighborhoods that's close to water? Because I know there's some neighborhoods that's a lot closer to water than others. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. There's some neighborhoods that their backyard is full of water. Or right up the block, or the shopping centers is full of water around it. But there's some neighborhoods that are more in the inner city. So I wonder, like, are these streets ruined like this? We got the dude on my right. He about to cross again. We're about to let him cross twice. Hey, dude, we let you cross twice, yo. You having a serious conversation. He's right in front of us. See him crossing? But, because I know water does damage. Water will definitely do damage. Absolutely, 110%. Water will, especially asphalt, with time, it'll ruin it. So I wonder if that's the reason. They don't get snow here, do they? I don't think it snows here in Louisiana. Does it snow? Somebody let me know. Does it snow here? Because in Philly, if our streets are messed up and they got those type of craters, it's because the salt trucks drop salt and it corrodes the ground and it causes sinkholes, and that's why we be having messed up streets. Or because they want to sit there and break the street open and do some street work after they done fixed it. That's a whole different story all by itself. But I think Louisiana thus far, out of all the states that I've been in, and out of all the towns that I've been in some towns with some pretty crappy roads. I almost thought the last town in Mississippi, Jackson, the city of Jackson in Mississippi, I almost thought that they took the cake for having some of the worst roads. And although that one video that we did with all the abandoned houses and all the potholes was bad, this is like another level of bad. Look, we got a little Smarty on my left-hand side. I don't like driving towards the sun. I don't know. Well, we got 2 more blocks until we get to the border. So how about we just get to the border and just deal with the bumps? I'm gonna drive on like the parking spot. The parking spot. Why is the parking spot a lot better than the driving spot, right? All right, so we're now at the intersection of First and Chestnut. But as you can see, these houses overall look gorgeous. They look really nice neighborhood. If I was into architecture, if I was like an architectural design student and I needed inspiration, going from state to state, looking at all the most historic towns would give you so much inspiration. Like, I'm inspired and I'm not even in architecture. Like, I see the details that are in a lot of these houses and some of these historic, neighborhoods and towns that we've been in, and it inspires me. And I am an artist. I'm just not into architecture. But like, sheesh, what a fantastic design for the neighborhood. Beautiful design. The latest property on my left. A lot of them look like, the little girl doll houses. The ones that you see in like the movies. Like a little doll house. They just gotta do something about the street. Not just this street. They gotta bless this whole city with new streets. Like, seriously. Like, I think if they bless the whole city with new streets, the city will level up big time. We got Molly's Rise and Shine, coffee, grits, biscuits, collard greens on my left-hand side. We are currently at the border of the neighborhood. We're on Magazine Street. We're gonna make a right-hand turn on Magazine. Look at these houses on my right. As we're turning right, look at them right there in front of us. You see them? You see them? The green, the blue, and then this pale tan one. When I talk about architecture, and I talk about shape, and I talk about structure, and I talk about details, you can just look at that house from afar and see how many details they put into it to make it stand out. You know what I mean? And me coming from row homes, I can really appreciate the difference because we're not used to seeing this type of stuff. So as soon as I got here, even in some of the quote-unquote worst neighborhoods, when I got here, I noticed like those little details. And I can appreciate them. I think this city has a lot of potential. It has a lot of potential. It has a lot of, let's make this right on 2nd Street. It has a lot of pizzazz, They just need to do something with these roads. We're at 2nd and Camp. On my right hand side, we have an older couple walking their beautiful dog. It's black, white with some spots, furry ears. It looks like a chocolate chip ice cream. Like, cookies and cream. It got the cookies and cream paint job. Not paint job, but it got the cookies and cream fur coat. Look at that. There's a boat on my right hand side. They got a boat parked out here. Speaking of cookies and cream, I had some cookies and cream ice cream last night. It was pretty good. I wish I would have got to it sooner. You know how ice cream, I don't know if y'all like your ice cream soft or y'all like your ice cream hard. I prefer my ice cream very firm, so I try to eat it when it's really cold, but I waited, and yeah, bad decision. It was a little softer than I would have liked, but it still tasted good. We're gonna stop here. We're gonna allow this pedestrian to walk by. Looks like he is taking a early morning exercise stroll. He has some sweats. He has some New Balance. He has a long sleeve sweater with a hoodie on. He has his arms up. I think he's working on his cardio. Now, in my wacky mind and train of thought and creative way of thinking, in like an imaginary world, I guess in like a Sims world, I envision we're at Coliseum and second to Coliseum. I envision taking all of the best neighborhoods from every state, every city, and I'm not talking about best as in brand new. I don't want to see a bunch of brand new neighborhoods together. I'm talking about like historically beautiful. Like for example, Charleston. Oh my gosh. I think they had, what was it, the French Quarters in Charleston? Oh, I forgot the name of the neighborhood. But they had a beautiful neighborhood. I think it was. It had something to do with French. I think it was the French Quarters. Anyway, they had a very charming neighborhood right on the waterfront. And like, you know, just every city, you know, I'm sure they have their own like super charming historic neighborhood. Put them all on one map and put them like next to each other. That'll be decent. Oh my gosh, we got so many dogs. We got 3 dogs on my left. We got a dog on my right. The ones on my left are tough. The one on my right, he just chilling. He like, why are you over there barking at me while I'm with my family? Remember that? Mace, remember? Why are you over there looking at me while my girl's standing here? Jersey about to jump out the car like a ninja and start boxing all of them. every time Jersey sees a dog or hears the dog, she tends to get antsy. She's like, let me at him. Let me at him. I wonder if dogs can understand each other, right? Like, do they speak an actual language that they can, you know, all right, they bark. We understand that. It's probably good bark, bad bark, aggressive bark, happy bark. But do they say stuff to each other? Like, yo, check out that pole over there. Why you peeing on my pole? All right, we're back on the border. This is St. Charles. So we already went through First Street. Let's go. There's a park around the corner. Let's pass that park and see what it looks like. All right, we're at St. Charles. I'm gonna allow this pedestrian. Oh, she wants me to go. She gave me the finger, not the finger, but the thumb finger. She said go. So I'll take your word for it, man. We got a house across the street for sale. You see it? For sale. Let me see if I can get you guys an address so you guys can look it up. Let me see. See this one right here? Directly in front of us. The address is... Got a car behind me tailing me hard. 2503 St. Charles, New Orleans, Louisiana. You can check that out to see what property is going for over here in one of the most prestigious areas. We're at 3rd and St. Charles. We're passing 4th from a merge to the left lane. We had a gentleman on my left with a bicycle. He had some shorts, a hoodie, and a skelly. So he was cold, but he was kind of hot. He was hot because he had shorts. He was cold because he had on a hoodie and a skelly. He had the best of both worlds on. All right, so to be completely honest with you, I was gonna do more prestigious neighborhoods, but with the way these streets are going, I think this will be the only prestigious neighborhood I do here because the streets are rough, and this little Beetlejuice can't take all that bumping and grinding and upping and downing. So what I'm saying here in metaphorical terms is the vehicular device that I'm currently operating will be damaged if I continue to travel on roads that are as rough as this. This street is nice. Connery, we're passing Connery. This is one of the nicest streets I've driven on in the city of New Orleans, and I'm telling you, that's bad. I should have turned there, but that's a do not enter. So let's turn on the next block on 7th. But yeah, I think I'm all bumped out. I'm all New Orleans out. So there will be no more tours of New Orleans that are via driving. We're probably gonna go do a nice walking tour. Go walk downtown, check out how Bourbon Street and all of that look like. physically, but yeah, these bumps doesn't make it enjoyable. Ouch. I don't see what that park looked like, but yeah, guys, you can already see that. Look, we're at another neighborhood. Not another neighborhood. We're at another part of the neighborhood. We got another beautiful dog, am I right? But the streets aren't so beautiful. I can't say the same about the streets. Let's make this left-hand turn. There's a park over here, and I'm just curious as to what amenities the park in a prestigious area has. Like, do they get like really cool jungle gyms? Oh, this ain't even a park, y'all. What? This ain't no park? Good, I'm gonna let you go. This is the Lafayette #1 Cemetery. Yo, and so we've been looking at the cemeteries over here, and we noticed that they have cemeteries with above ground tombs, like a lot of them. Like, for example, on my right hand side, you can see the cemetery has tall structures for above ground burials, like a tomb, basically. Like, you can be buried in a tomb. And I know in Philadelphia, we got those above ground tombs, but it's something people of class, people of you know, high income, or people who just desire to put their life savings into their afterlife. I think we can make it right here. Yeah, I was keep going straight, but let's make it right. See, this is that cemetery on my right. So our questioning of thinking, because we've been having a little debate about this. We didn't look it up. I'm sure we can look it up, and a simple Google will give us an answer. But does every single body here? Oh, we passed this earlier. We didn't even notice it. Look at this. This is the cemetery on my right. We passed it because I see this Commander's Palace on my left. Ouch! I'm so bumpy. We've been having a debate about this. Does every single person who passes away in New Orleans gets buried in an above ground tomb because of maybe, let's just say, flooding? If you bury them 6 feet under the flood, the corpses will come back up. Let's make this right hand turn on Coliseum. Or is it still, like I was saying earlier, is it still for prestigious people only, like people of wealth? Because those tombs aren't cheap. Those tombs, I'm imagining, cost $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. I've saw some huge ones, and that's a lot of money for, you know, an average person to be spending on their afterlife. The funeral costs a whole bunch of money, and then if you look at regular headstone prices, are probably $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $6,000 for regular headstones. So for those full-size tombs, at minimum, you're probably talking about 15, 20 grand. I'm just guessing. I'm not in the funeral business. I'm not in the graveyard business, so I wouldn't be able to tell you accurately. But I'm sure you can do a little Googling and investigating and learn about it. But these streets are saying, don't come back to my neighborhood no more, Tune. Look at this color on my left, Bikini Pearl. Beautiful color. You know why it's so beautiful? Because that's the color I painted my EF9 or my ED6. Let me stop frauding. I wish it was an EF9. So, you know, it's an ED6. But I painted my 1990 hatchback Honda Civic that color. Yeah, Ugly Betty. The color code is Bikini Pearl. You can look it up if you want to see what it looks like on Google. But it's a Jeep color. We got the same color in Honda. Honda makes it Tahitian green, which is looks very close to Bikini Pearl. But I want it to be different. I always like to be different. So people who don't know Honda colors that accurately would think that it's a Tahitian green. They say, oh, you got your car painted to a Tahitian green. No, it's a Bikini Pearl. It's a different color, Vato. Okay, let's make this left-hand turn. We're at 7th and Coliseum. And I think this is going to conclude our tour, ladies and gentlemen. I think we had a pretty cool tour here. It was a good-looking environment, minus the streets. I'm sure we all can agree on that. And And if you don't agree, then you should bring your vehicle down here and drive it, and you tell me. Then send me a letter, a postcard after, and say, Toon, the streets are horrible. But yeah, I think this is gonna conclude our tour. I think I've had enough of these streets. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Oh my gosh, let's stop here. I'm sorry, I was about to do my outro, but there's the most uppity prissiest looking fancy dog that's about to walk by with the coolest hairstyle. Hurry up and cross the street. Cross the street. Cross the street. Cross the street. This thing has an amazing hairstyle. It looks like Tina Turner from back in like the 80s. Like the way they got the hair blow dried. Oh my gosh. They shaved it so it looks like it has boots. Look at it on my left. Oh my gosh. Come on, cross, lady, cross. Stop looking at your phone. Come on, we're trying to admire your dog. Oh, it's a boy. It peed, lifting up his leg. That's a beautiful dog. Beautiful. Bonita, muy bonita. She said, gracias. So she speaks Spanish. So I said, muy bonita means very pretty, I think. At least that's what I think it means. But, all right, guys. Now we can outro. Please consider subscribing, hitting that thumbs up button. That would be greatly appreciated. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Look at another beautiful little tiny furry dog on my right. No fair. Why are they doing that to me? There's so many beautiful dogs. I just want to get out and squeeze your dog, man. It's a gorgeous dog. This is your homeboy Toon, Mr. Gorgeous Dog Lover, Furry Dog Lover, Animal Carer for Crow Feeder, Dog Food Giver. My name is Toon, Toon Dollars, Toonski, Toonism, Bad Toon, Toon 1, Tuner, Super Toon, Toon B, Chillin'. Y'all know Tunicalifragilisticexpialidocious. Right now you can call me New Orleans Toon. I'm trying to tune out from these bumps, and I'm tuning out.